Start recording. Perfect. So we're going to start with just march on the spot, get yourself nice and warm. So bring those knees up and just start to get the heart rate move, like picked up, elevated. Start to get things feeling a bit warmer. Oh, it is lovely to see everybody. Good. Oh, put my Fitbit on. Remember, if you've got your Fitbit or Garmin or whatever it is that you might be using and you want to record your workout, get that switched on. Good. So we're going to come into some squats. So all of this sort of stuff, whenever you're doing anything at the beginning of a workout, it wants to be dynamic. So you don't want to be doing stretches, like static stretches at the beginning of a workout. You want to be moving the muscles. So ideally replicating the type of movement you'll be doing throughout your workout. So you want to be doing, rather than the sort of stretches that we do at the end where you hold the muscle in a certain position for 10 to 15 seconds, we want to be doing things where we're moving through your range of motion, getting those muscles and joints nice and warm. So we're avoiding any kind of injury. Go slightly wider and go side to side. Good. And again, because everybody's got their mics muted, if anybody wants to put their own music on in the background, feel free. Nobody can hear you. It just drowns out the sound of me. And potentially, if you're a heavy breather like I am, drowns out the sound of that as well. Good. Okay, so warming up the chest, to take the arms out. So like I say, today we've not got loads and loads of jumpy stuff, I don't think. But there is a few bits where we're sort of down on the floor in a plank position. So hopefully if you're either on a carpeted surface or you've got a mat if you're on a wooden floor, come out into diagonal, really stretching out through those pectoral muscles. Oh, Jackie's going outside. Look at that, blue sky. Rach is outside already. Nice. Good, so take the arms around the back like we're doing backstroke in a swimming pool. Really warm those shoulders up. If you haven't got that range of motion, you can just do shoulder shrugs or circles with the elbows rather than with the full arm. But we just want to get the blood through to the joint so that we're warming up all that fluid around the joint, making everything nice and pliable. Bring it forward like we're doing front crawl. Awesome. Okay, we're going to just do some hip openers. So we're going to go side to side, just loosening off those hips. And again, with all of these exercises, work to your range of motion, work to your level of fitness. Again, I'm going to probably give you verbal options for making things higher intensity, but doing lower intensity options myself. So you choose what feels most comfortable. Bring it in. It's a slightly more awkward move to bring your knees in towards the centre. We're just warming up those hips. 10 more seconds. Good. Okay, so your first two exercises, we've got 6 rounds of exercises, 2 exercises per round, twice, 4 times through each exercise. So 8 rounds are going to be made up of 2 exercises. Your first one's going to be squat front kicks. So if you want to, you can reach down towards your toe to get a little bit more of like an abdominal crunch. If not, we're just going to come up, kick forward. So that's your first exercise. Your second exercise, we're just going to be marching, quick marching on the spot, keeping those elbows out, twisting through the torso and bringing the knee to elbows. So try not to, don't want any cheating, don't want elbows coming forward. Elbows are out to the side, quite nice and wide the whole time. So 20 seconds of marching on the spot. So the first one's going to be squat to kick, alternating legs. Ready? 3, 2, 1, away we go. So kick, kick, kick. So all of these exercises, I want to try and get a bit of speed, getting that heart rate up. We're in that fat burning zone. Because we've got no weights, we just really want to make the body work as hard as possible. Good, so actually 20 seconds gone. So 10 seconds you can do fast feet, or 10 seconds you can just rest. And then we're going to go into high knees, or sorry, march on the spot, knee to elbow. So we're twisting. So these are your 2 exercises that we're going to do 3 more times through. 10 seconds left. Again, you can do fast feet or you can rest. 3, 2, 1. You can either do fast feet. I'm not going to do that. My bra's not quite stable enough for that move. So fast feet or rest. Back into your squat to front kicks. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Squat to front kick. Squat to front kick. Bit of a twist through the abdomen. So we're really engaging those oblique muscles. Down the sides. Nice and quick. Get the heart rate up. Stretching down the back of the hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. Fast feet if you want to. Or rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands, elbows out to the sides. March on the spot. Twisting through the torso. Making sure that you're not cheating by bringing your elbows forwards. Okay, so keeping the elbows out the whole time to the sides. Got 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Fast feet or rest. Okay, so keeping the body moving. Back in to your kicks. Thank God I can see Jackie. Completely lost my thread of where I was then. Good. So squat to kick, nice and quick. Moving through that range of movement. Again, good. Rest, fast feet or rest. Again, work through what feels comfortable for you. 3, 2, 1. Elbows out to the sides. March it on the spot. Twisting through the torso. Squeezing that belly button in towards your spine. So you're really engaging the oblique muscles, the waist shaping ones that go down the sides of your rib cage. 3, 2, 1. Rest or fast feet. Woo. Back into your front kicks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So squat to front kick, squat to front kick. Okay, if you're struggling with the squat, you can just front kick. You don't have to put the squat in. But if you're comfortable squatting and kicking, 3, 2, 1. Good. Got your marches either on fast feet or rest for this 10 seconds. Hands are going up to your temples. 3, 2, 1. Twisting through march. Nice and fast. You get a rest after this while I explain your next exercise. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6. Keep going. 3, 2. And rest. Good. Okay, grab yourselves a quick drink. Next exercise, so next round, sorry, next 2 exercises. You're going to do wide press-ups into Spider-Man planks. So, wide press-ups, taking your hands as wide as you comfortably can without smashing your face on the floor, okay? Making sure that your hands aren't high where your shoulder width are. You want to still be, if you're coming down to the floor, just in line with your boobs or in line with your chest. So you're going to go for a wide press, okay? And then your second exercise, you bring your hands closer together. You're going to step forward with one foot, back to your plank. Step forward with your other foot, back to your plank. So if you don't feel you can get your foot right the way up to your hand, just bring it as far forward as you can. You will just be bringing your foot to the outside of the body. So it's not a mountain climber. Okay, it's just bringing your foot to the outside of your hand, but you work with whatever your range of movement is, okay? So we're gonna go in 5, 4, wide press ups, 3, 2, 1. Away we go, 20 seconds of wide press ups. Those hands want to be in line with your chest. Excuse me. 3, 2, bring your hands closer together into a plank position, bringing your foot to the outside of your hand or as close to it as you can, okay? 3, 2, 1. So bring it up to the outside, back down to your plank, up to the outside. So it's a step. It's not a mountain climber. It's not super fast. It just wants to be concentrating on the core engagement, which talking and engaging, not super easy. Good. Rest. So you can either rest in your plank position if you want to just make it that bit harder. To stay in your plank position before we go back into your wide press ups. 3, 2, 1. Back into those wide press ups. And again, once we finish these, you can either hold it in a low press or you can take it into a high plank before we then go into your Spider-Man planks. 3, 2, 1. So either hold it in a low press or go straight into, or hold it in a high plank. Into your Spider-Man planks. 3, 2, 1. Good. So bring your foot to the outside of your hand or just to the outside of your hip, wherever feels comfortable, whatever your range of movement is. Doesn't have to be super high. It's more about making sure as you come back into that plank position, you're engaging through the core. 3, 2, 1. We're halfway. Got 2 more rounds of those 2 exercises. So wide press ups next. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. So making sure hands stay in line with your chest. We want to be working those pectoral muscles. We're not working the shoulders. Bums are down. So that I can draw a line from your shoulders to your hips to your knees or your ankles, depending on if you're doing full or half. Hold it in a low press or high plank or rest. Spider-Man planks, ready. 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot up to the outside of the hip or the hand, and then back into your plank position, making sure you keep your bum down. I don't want any big pikes like this. I don't want bums up in the air. I want to be keeping your bum down nice and low as you plank. 3, 2, 1. Rest or hold your plank. Back into your press ups for your last time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Last round of press ups, nice and wide. Keeping the hips low. Making sure you're not using the head to dip forwards and backwards into your press. Whew. We've got 5 more seconds of these. Then you can either hold it in a low press, hold it in a high plank, or rest. Last one, Spider-Man planks, ready? 3, 2, 1. So foot comes up to the outside of the hip or the outside of the hand, depending on what your flexibility is, what your range of motion is. So this is why we did those hip openers at the beginning, so that we can try and warm the hips up for this movement. 3, 2, whew. Big deep breaths. Come up to standing, try and make sure you're not going dizzy. A little drink of water. Right, next 2 exercises. Going to be high knees, everyone's favourites. So your options are march it on the spot, bring the knees up nice and high, or run it on the spot, knees up nice and high. Don't want anybody giving it this for high knees. Charlotte Stone, I'm thinking of you. Okay? So it's not just a fast feet or just a jog on the spot, it's a high knees. So it's bringing those knees up, or it's marching on the spot, which is what I'm going to do. The second of those 2 exercises is going to be a downward dog into a knee drive. So again, like I say, sorry Anne, I hope this doesn't bring breakfast back up again. So legs are going to go up, knees going to come in, legs going to go up. So same leg each time. So for your first round, we'll do one side. Second time, we'll do the other side. Third time, we'll do one side. Second time, 4th time, we'll do the other. Okay, so we're starting with your high knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Away we go. I'm just going to march mine on the spot. I want to see you guys, if you can, really going for it. Knees want to be coming up in line with your belly button. Okay. March it if you need to. 3, 2, 1. Good. Into your downward dog position. Get ready for that knee drive. Same knee all the way through on this side. So bum up is up in the air this time. Leg's gonna go up, knee comes in, leg goes up. So you're gonna squeeze your bum cheek as you put that leg up. You're gonna come down into a sort of plank position as you bring your knee forward. So shoulders are working, abs are working, glutes are working. Quads are doing a bit of work, hamstrings doing a bit of work. Remember what leg you just used. You're using the other leg next time round. So think on which leg you just used. High knees. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Either march on the spot or run it. Get those knees up nice and high. Wants to be quick, even if you're marching on the spot. Doesn't want to be slow, dragged out movements. We're getting those knees up. We're working as fast as we can, keeping that heart rate elevated. 3, 2, 1. Downward dog. Other leg. Try and remember which leg you started with last time. So you're in your downward dog position. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Leg goes out straight. Drive that knee forwards. Squeeze your bum cheek. Bring that knee in. So we are really engaging through the core as you come forwards, squeezing through the glutes as you go back. Okay? So lots at work here, lots of muscles burning, lots of calories. Good. Back up onto your feet for your high knees or marches. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Away we go. High knees, march on the spot, whichever you choose to do. Make sure that you're working fast. Okay? So nice deep breaths. Squeezing in through that belly button. Always aware of what your core's doing. We're always aware of what's happening with our stomach muscles. Rest there. Back down to the floor. Into your downward dog. So we've got 2 more rounds of these. Back onto your first leg. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. So squeeze the bum cheek. Knee in. Squeeze the bum cheek. Knee in. Making sure everything's working. Shoulders are pulled forwards as you come into that plank. Pushing back as you go into the leg raise. 3, 2, 1. Back onto your feet. Literally have sweat dripping down my face. High knees. The last time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Away we go. So we're marching it or we're running it. But whatever we're doing, we're keeping those knees nice and high. Okay? Making sure they're coming up at least in line, in 90 degrees, if not in line with the belly button. Back onto the floor for your last set of these knee drives. So second leg, 3, 2, 1. Drive that knee forwards, squeeze the bum cheek. Drive that knee forwards, squeeze the glute. Making sure we're working those shoulders and we are engaging the core, the abs. If you're struggling with the shoulder work on this one, it's tough, it's too late. You could just hold it in a plank position. Rest there. Got a minute's rest. We're going to then go into your next round, which is going to be 4th round. So, 4th round is going to be squat jump into a curtsy, squat jump into a curtsy. I apologise in advance for anybody whose coordination, Rachel, I'm thinking more of you than anybody else, for anybody whose coordination isn't great. Or if you don't want to do the jump, you're going to squat, curtsy, squat, curtsy. If curtsies don't feel very comfortable, again, we're just going to go for a traditional low squat, making sure you're not stretching your knees out. Okay, so that's your first one. The second one's going to be fast squats. So if you don't want to do the curtsies, you've either got squat pulses and then fast normal squats. For everybody else, we're going to do a squat to a curtsy for 1 round and then just fast air squats for your 2nd round. Okay, so again, because we're working body weight, we want to keep that heart rate elevated. We're working as fast as we can. Okay, so squat to curtsies to start with. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. So squat, curtsy, squat, curtsy, squat, curtsy, squat, curtsy. You can jump it if you're wanting to put that plyometric element in. Okay, I don't. 3, 2, 1, okay? So fast squats or jumping squats. Again, if you want to make it plyometric, you can go into jumping squats. But if you jump in, I want to be high in the air, okay? I'm just going to do fast body weight squats. Away we go. Fast body weight. If you jump in, I want you thinking that you're a basketball player and you're aiming to get that hoop. And we're really using the quads, the calves, the toes to push off. Good, rest there, 10 seconds rest. Squats to curtsies again. This seems to be cutting my head off all the time. Doing a lot of heavy stuff. Right, 3, 2, 1. Squat to curtsy or squat jump to curtsy. Trying to make sure when you curtsy that you're not twisting side to side, okay? I want the hips facing forward, so we're really engaging through outer thighs, okay? Good, rest there. So jump squats or fast squats. Whew. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Away we go. So again, it's important with those squats that you're keeping your bum out at the back. No knees coming forwards over the toes. Stick your backside right out. Still the same if you're doing jump squats. When you get down to the bottom of that squat, you want to be catching it. Rest with nice soft knees, catching it in. Squat position with your bum out. Squat to curtsy is 3, 2, 1. Squat to curtsy. Hips facing forward the whole time. We're working the outside of the thighs, as well as the front of the quads in that squat position. So legs are getting a nice good workout with this round. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Rest it there. Squat jumps or fast air squats. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Squats or nice high squat jumps. Really getting the lactic acid building up in those muscles. Feel the burn, as they say. I feel like I should have some 80s music on the background. 3, 2, 1. Good. Got one more round. And then you get another little rest. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Squat to curtsy. Keeping those hips facing forwards. And whether it's a squat jump that you're doing, or whether it's just a step squat, making sure that you're keeping your bum back. You don't let your knees come over your toes. Good. Rest there. Last one, squat jumps or air squats. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Again, train your mind to start thinking about what your stomach's doing in these exercises. Are we engaged through the core? Are we just letting everything go? We won't get full use of those muscles unless the mind's working with the body. So we really want to be thinking about squeezing the belly button in nice and tight the whole time. And rest. Good. Drink. Cheers. Okay. 5th round. I keep spitting everywhere. Sorry, guys. 5th round. Again, we're down on our fronts. So we're plank thigh tapping into mountain climbers. I'm going to do my mountain climbers off my bottom step, just because bringing my knees into my chest doesn't feel very comfortable when I'm low down on the floor. You guys can choose whether you want to do it from a raised surface, so a coffee table, a chair, a sofa, anything like that if you want to raise yourself up. Or you can do mountain climbers from the floor. So you plank thigh taps. You're in your plank position, feet are about hip distance apart, same hand to side, okay? So we're not doing cross taps. I want it same right hand to right leg, left hand to left leg. So you really can engage the core, really can try and stop yourself from moving side to side. Mountain climbers, hang on, hang on, hang on. Mountain climbers are just going to be normal standard mountain climbers. If you want to add a little bit more of an element to it, you can just hold your plank for those 10 seconds in between. So you do plank thigh taps, you can either rest for 10 seconds or hold your plank for 10 seconds, okay? 3, so we're starting plank thigh taps, 3, 2, 1. Away we go. So if you want to make it a bit harder, You can bring your feet closer together, but limit that roll. So the closer together your feet come, the more likely you are to want to transfer your weight side to side, which we don't want, okay? Want nice, static, stable core. Rest there, 10 seconds either holding a plank, 10 seconds rest, and we're gonna go 20 seconds of mountain climbers. Ready, 3, 2, 1. So you can either do your mountain climbers quite slow and steady, which I'm gonna do just because I need to take the intensity down a little bit, or you can pick up your pace and increase your heart rate. Oh, my brain's gone blank. Cardiovascular. Increase your cardio element, okay? Rest there, back into your plank position, back to these thigh taps. Ready, 3, 2, 1. So keeping the core nice and strong. Squeezing the belly button in, push down through your toes, so as it makes it a bit easier to not roll through the hips. Got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And you can either hold a plank or have a rest. And we're going back into mountain climbers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So either steadily, making sure your shoulders are over your wrists the whole time, bringing those knees in, or picking up the pace, taking it up into a more of a cardio move. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're halfway. We've got 2 more rounds, or 2 more sets of both those exercises. I'm sweating today, I tell you. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Sweaty hands on a wooden floor are not a great combination. Whew. So trying to make sure your hands land directly underneath your shoulders. You don't want to be walking those hands forward at all, unless you're a bit more advanced and you want to really test your core muscles. 3, 2, 1. Rest there. Back into your mountain climbers for your penultimate round. 3, 2, 1. So I'm taking that intensity down. You guys ramp it up if you can. Really squeezing through those stomach muscles. Breathing all the way through. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. You've got 1 more round of both of those. Okay, so 1 more round of planks, 1 more round of mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1. So plank thigh taps, making sure that we're not rocking and rolling through the hips. So squeezing those core muscles nice and tight the whole time. Get used to engaging those stomach muscles. Rest as and when you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last 20 seconds of work for this one, and then you get another rest and a drink. 5, 4, 3, 2. Mountain climbers to finish. So pull those knees. Oh, I might be a bit sick, so I'm going to have to just take a break from these ones. You guys keep going. Pulling those knees in, nice and tight to the chest. So picking up the speed, making it more cardiovascular, making sure the arms are directly underneath the shoulders, and rest. Awesome, well done guys. So, last round that we've got. Anne, I don't know about your breath, it's coming back up again. So, last round, we're going to do jumping jacks or power stars. So, we're either going to do jumping jacks, we're going to do power stars if you want to increase the intensity a bit more, where both legs and arms are going to go out, or we're going to do what I'm going to do, which is side steps, which is a lower intensity version. So you've got your side steps, lowest intensity, your proper jumping jacks, medium intensity, your power stars, your high intensity. That's your first exercise. Second one is going to be the bottom half of an inchworm, okay? So where we normally come up to an upright standing position for your inchworm, you're walking your hands out into a plank, keeping your knees bent as you come back in. We're just coming back into this sort of low squat position. So you're going to walk your hands out, plank, walk back into a squat. Walk your hands out to a plank, walk back into a squat. Keep your knees nice and wide, almost like a frog position, so that you can bring your hands to the inside of your legs. If you try to walk back in, with your knees close in. Certainly for me and probably for Sophie, there'll be a few problems with additional cargo going on there. So first one's going to be jumping jacks. Pick your intensity. Last round, this is your last 4 minutes of work, and then we'll do your stretch out if everybody wants to stretch out. For anybody who's done, wants to do the stretch out on their own, they can do, okay? 3, 2, 1. So jumping jack for me, power star or side step, which is where I'm at the minute. Whatever you choose, try and make sure that, again, we're working as quick as your body can move through those ranges of movement, okay? 3, 2, 1, okay. So we're going to walk out into your inchworm, come back in just into that squat position down at the bottom. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. So walk out into a plank, walk back in, hands come in between knees, walk back out, walk back in. Again, really focusing on keeping that core nice and tight. Squeeze through the stomach. Make sure you're squeezing the bum cheeks as you come into your plank. I don't want you dropping your hips forwards. So I want the stomach and bum to be working together. Rest there. Back up onto your feet for your jumping jacks. Okay. 3, 2, 1. So whatever your variation is, whether it's your power star, whether it's your normal jack, whether it's your side steps, just make sure those power stars I want low to high. So make sure when you're doing them, you're coming down nice and low. It's not just a cheat. 3, 2, 1. Rest there, come back into your lower half of your inchworms. So starting from this frog position, knees are nice and wide, hands come down to the floor. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out into your plank, walk it back in to that frog. Walk it out to your plank, squeeze the bum cheeks, squeeze the stomach. So we want upper and lower muscles working, so that we avoid any drop in the hips. We don't want the hips coming down too low. 3, 2, 1. Rest there, halfway through. 2 more rounds, okay? Or 2 more sets. Jumping jacks, inchworms. 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Power stars, jumping jacks, jumping jacks, or side steps. And again, we're all about keeping that heart rate elevated. So it's these short bursts of energy, short rests, which is why your Tabata is a very short session. Rest there, down into your frog position. Ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, walk it out into your plank, walk it back in to that frog. So with these, there's not really much of a super easy variation. You just have to slow it down if you need to slow it down, or hold it in a plank if you want to hold it in a plank. But there's no easy way to do them really. And rest there. Last set of jumping jacks. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Out to the side. So power stars, want to be going down nice and low, up high. Jumping jacks, want to be moving as fast as you can, as do your side taps. So really working through your full range of movement, keeping those shoulders moving. 3, 2, 1. Last set. Then of these inchworms, and then we'll have a drink, and then we'll stretch, and then we're done. Walk it out into that plank. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core. Walk it back into your frog. Walk it out to the plank, squeeze, walk it back in to that frog. Walk it out, walk it back in. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Ooh, fabulous. Well done, guys. So grab yourselves a drink. Take a few nice deep breaths. And then if you want to stretch out with me, you can do. If you're finished, you can just end your session, and I will see you next week. So let's just take a few nice deep breaths from here, just let the heart rate come back down and release. So deep breath in as we come up, and nice gentle breath out. Let's do 1 more of these. Good. And breathe out. So this is where your static stretches come in. This is where you hold, you stretch. So we're going to take arms up, leaning back slightly, so that we're opening out the core muscles. Just feel that stretch through the abdominals. We're going to hold each of these stretches for 10 to 15 seconds. Nice deep breaths whilst we do it. Hinging from the hips, coming forwards to making a number 7 shape. Back nice and straight. Try and feel that stretch down the back of your hamstrings. So try not to let your back fold. Try and keep your bum sticking out so that we're really stretching the hamstrings. Holding that stretch for a nice 10 seconds. And then when you're ready, we're going to come all the way down. Let the neck relax. Feel the stretch through the lower back. Just let the hands hang on the floor. Nice deep breath. Slowly roll up the spine. Trying to avoid any sort of a head rush. Deep breath at the top. Stretching out through your quads, down the fronts of your legs. So holding on to a wall or a chair if you want to. Your ear can sometimes help you from not falling over. Or if you've got particularly good balance, you don't have to hold on to anything. We're going to squeeze the heel in towards the bum cheek. Try to keep the knees together or slightly parted in a reverse motion if you're particularly flexible. But try not to let the knee pull out to the side, okay? So to really feel the benefit of that stretch down the front of your leg, you want to try and keep a straight line front to back. Swapping sides. I'm surprised I'm managing to do pretty well with not putting sweaty handprints all over my relatively freshly painted white walls. Again, squeezing your heel in towards your bum, keeping those knees either together or just pulling back slightly so that you're really feeling the stretch down the front of the leg. Awesome, we're going to stretch the chest out. So you take the arms around behind you, squeezing your elbows together in your shoulder blades. So you can either hold your wrists or put your hands on the top of your bum and squeeze together so that we're getting a nice stretch through the front of the chest. So again, we're going to hold this for about 10 seconds. Give that chest a nice stretch out. So any lactic acid that's built up in those muscles, we're just letting it all release through now. And all the time we're working on the heart rate coming back down. So all with the stretching, it's good for the muscles, but it's just good to bring you back down into a nice relaxed state again. Tucking the chin into the chest, rounding the shoulders. We're going to stretch through the shoulder blades. So here we do want to bend the back slightly. Okay, so parting the shoulder blades, keeping that chin tucked right into your chest. Squeezing. Squeezing at the front, separating at the back. Awesome. Stretching out your shoulders, so bring one arm across the front. Try not to let your shoulder hook up towards your chin. So we want a nice gap between your chin and your shoulder. We're just going to stretch down the back of the tricep and around the back of the delt of the shoulder, okay? So squeezing out there. Good. Swapping sides. So same thing, try and keep a nice gap between your chin and your shoulder. So I will put a written copy of this workout, guys, on Facebook. So if you do want to just download the picture and do it at home, or you will be able to access it on the YouTube channel. I think we'll be starting to share that. I'll put that link on my Facebook and it'll go onto the club's Facebook page as well. Okay, lower back and waist. So again, lifting heels off the floor if you don't want to put any pressure through your knees. If you've got that range of motion to be able to leave your feet flat on the floor, you can do. Just feel that stretch right the way through. Brill. Well done, guys. Excellent work. I'm going to start. Do you want to stop cloud recording? If yes, you'll receive an email notification.